for Victorian Institute of Technology, the college which is in Melbourne, and of course they have campuses. So Mamun, thank you so
Hello.
much for your time. Appreciate that. Let's not waste any time. And guys, as we talk about, if you have any questions or you're thinking of starting your course or studies in VIT, please feel free to put your comments or questions in the comment section, and we'll try to take as we go along. Mamun, thank you so much. As I said previously, let's start. Can you please tell us about all the information what you give for VIT?
Thank you, Mangresh. Thank you for inviting and organizing this event. And also wanted to thank you, Aussizz, the team, for having us on board to talk about our courses for our prospective students, as well as for the upcoming intakes, what will we offering and what's are available for the scholarships that we could offer for our students. Thank you, Mangresh, again. To just start with, you want to talk about a bit of the courses that we offer and
Yes,
and, and
yes.
and carry on with the fees and all other things. Yes, thank you. So we start with we are offering higher education courses across Melbourne and Sydney location, Mangresh. With our higher education, we offer Bachelor of IT, Masters of IT Information Technology and Systems, as well as MBA. So these are the three higher education programs that we are offering, and I believe that these are very much in demand for our current students. Besides higher education course, we also offer some trade course, like including the vocational course, which is a hospitality, including commercial cookery, the patisserie here in Melbourne, as well as one of our other campus in Adelaide. So these are the actually higher education and the vocational courses that we offer at this stage. And we have also intake available in upcoming in the November intake, as well as in the, of course, March next year for our students. Mangesh.
So all the courses which you just mentioned are offered in November intake. Am I right?
Absolutely, they are. Okay.
Before going ahead, can you please tell us a little bit information about VIT as a college, when it was started, little bit background about the college, please?
Sure, Mangesh. I'm always glad to talk about that because VIT has got a really rich history of the teaching and the delivering training for our local and international students, and that is since 1998, Mangesh. We started our journey back in 1998 here in Victoria, and started delivering several different vocational courses, like in graphic design, automotive, business. Those are some of the courses we are not currently offering, but this is where they started. And then also, we used to deliver many the short courses for many corporate clients, including ANZ Bank and NAB Bank and things like that. During 13 or 14, we also became one of the higher education provider. First, we got our approval for Bachelor of IT program here in Victoria. And later on in 16, I guess, we got our approval for MBA. And 17, we got our approval for Masters of IT when we have expanded our campus in Sydney as well. And that particular year also, we engaged with Edith Cowan University to deliver their 3 postgraduate programs from our Melbourne and Sydney locations. And that's just a bit brief background about VIT. Currently, our Melbourne, Sydney presence, as well as Adelaide presence, actually expanded huge number of students for our international market. We also have branch in Dubai, where we are delivering MBA programs for distance learner as well.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Before we going ahead, I want to tell one great thing about VIT, which I'm not sure how many people know, how many people are aware of that. But since the COVID has started, VIT has taken significant steps to help the student community. I personally have seen the amount of work it had gone into that particular process, where those students who were going through financial crisis or all those things, VIT was standing tall behind them. So Mamun, it is a great pleasure to be associated with VIT and with such an institute who looks after that when it was a world pandemic which is going on. So thank you so much for that.
Absolutely, Mangesh. There's very important point to actually bring up and flag that is because particularly this during this pandemic and during this uncertainty, many students lost their job. So there is our job or also responsibility to stand or next to the students and assist them to continue their courses at VIT and also look after their health and well-being and also help getting in touch with the students and offering them various scholarships as well as reaching out to the some of the agencies and business stakeholders to assist those students. And whereas like Aussizz also came forward and assisted with some funds to help with these students, which is a great initiatives. Also VIT has taken. Also thank you Aussizz to put forward that thing. So yes, we also make sure that our current students being looked after, and of course make sure our prospective students understand that sort of service level they will receive or can expect from VIT to continue their journey at VIT and graduate and be successful in their career.
Thank you so much, Mamun. Now,
Yeah.
coming back as we just discussed the pandemic and what sort of consequences it had and what sort of situation we all been through. We kind of coming out. I would like to say that we are coming out of it slowly.
Yes.
It's a very positive sign, and that is why I have a big smile on my face because I could see that we're gonna go to the next level, which is very good. Now, of course, during the last 6 months or 7 months, where we've heard so many words such as anxiety, depression, all those crisis points which students might not necessarily talk about, where we encourage them to talk about these things because mental health is something which is very important these days. I'm sure you would have an army of people in your organization who are helping students on regular basis tackle about how to tackle about certain various problems. So can you please tell us about some student services what you guys have, and how do you guys help the students in that section?
Very good point, Manpreet. This is very important to actually again um, actually clarify this that how we are giving our services to our current students. So initially, look, the first thing is we started helping students assisting with their finance. That's something we have done. Just to give you an example, financial stress is a huge factor that might contribute the negative impact to when they're continuing their study. Student got from $1,000 up to $30,000 the scholarships. There are a number of students actually presented some significant issue. They lost their father or some health concern. Our CEO given full course fee waiver for their entire course, which is a significant thing, and that is a massive support for that we are giving to our students. Besides that, our welfare counselor, we have recruited additional welfare counselor to keep in touch with all our students to see how things are going, to see also ask them questions, things like how you are, if you need any assistance, do you need to have any discussion, do you need to take some time off, um, various things according to the students' needs to make sure their health and well-being are being properly established. Besides that, Mangesh, what we did is we understand many students during this pandemic lost their job. So we have a dedicated team. What they're doing is they are looking for particular jobs. Those are, the vacancies across Melbourne and Sydney. We are publishing appropriate jobs for our students in the learning portal so students can go that and then apply the various jobs that are suitable for them. And besides that, students taking payment installments extensions. I have seen the students didn't even pay for the full semester fees. We allowed the students to sit for the exam. We are also postponing their fees for the later stage. So the various things that we are making sure the students are comfortable and continuing the courses at VIT without any because of this COVID effect. So that actually helps students to continue their course. That also helps students to not think something else to switch their provider or go to some other course, but at least they are comfortable and continuing their course and really appreciating the support services that we are giving for our students, Mangesh.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mamun.
Thank you.
Now, the most important topic when it comes to is, of course, the fees and the scholarships. Because
Absolutely.
everybody wants to know that, as we mentioned, there are different
Mhm.
courses. There are technology courses, of course, as the name itself says, technology. So, of course, there would be technology courses plus MBA and plus some vet courses. So, can you
Correct.
tell us in general the fee structure and the scholarships which you are providing?
Okay, sure. So I will start with our the undergraduate course that it is a Bachelor of IT. The fees is actually 48,000 entire course fees. We are offering 10% scholarships, but that 10% scholarships for the entire course that I'm saying. So that actually comes to almost $7,200 fees after the scholarship. So it means the eligibility is for to get this scholarship initially is to just to meet our entry requirements. The first semester fees, it will be always applied, and that will follow through the entire course, that 10% scholarships, as long as a student maintain the 50% course progress. As for Masters of IT, again, it is 10% scholarships applicable. Students, those who are doing 16 subjects, with our scholarship, the fees is $8,100. Previously, it was $10,000. So again, there's significant savings there. As for our MBA, the fees is now $7,200. The students who are undertaking this November intake as well as March intake. So 10% scholarship across all our courses for the entire course. That's actually the offerings that we are giving for our students. As for vocational course, Mangesh, for package that we offer set 3, set 4, and Diploma of Hospitality for 2 years program, we are offering with the 10% scholarships, $16,200 for 2 years program. And the similar program that we offer in Adelaide, it's 20% now. It was 15%. Now we are offering for our upcoming intake 20%. So that will student gives the $18,000 entire 2 years course fees. So the fees that we are offering, that is applicable for the entire course. That's the most important thing. The secondly, we are also giving some additional discount. Look, for those who want to pay the semester fees in advance, which is a really good, because many students are still working, and whoever is working, they're getting extra ships, I would say sometimes. Yes, they have some savings. If student can take an advantage of paying semester fees and additional 5% if they paid one semester fees in advance, and if they can afford to pay two semester fees, they will get 10% scholarship or the discount on the top of what we're offering. So for example, our fees is the scholarship 10% that is current, and if they want to pay two semester fees in advance, so that will be 20% the total of the savings they will have for our upcoming November and March intake.
Excellent. Thank you so much. That's quite a significant amount of scholarships which is there.
Absolutely.
Guys, if you want, there are different tiers as Mamun discussed. Feel free to get in touch with any of the Aussizz branches, and our consultants will definitely be able to tell you, depending on your case, will be able to help you out with that. Now, Mamun, we've talked about VIT. We talked about different courses which are there in November. We talked about student services. We talked about scholarships. So we've covered most of the points we here. The last question what I have is, if suppose for an example I'm a student, what a message you would like to give me, what is the message you would like to pass it on to the cohort who is currently in outside and looking for courses? What message would you like to give?
First of all, I wanted to give a very specific message, especially for during this pandemic, for our students. That is, the career plan that you have and the purpose that you came to Australia to study. Do not get sidetracked with any other the vision you might see, or other people may encourage you to do. Stick to your plan. That's the first thing. Some students deferring course, some students moving to higher education to vocational. So I strongly suggest the students to avoid doing that. Before you take any decision, I personally suggest student to contact Aussizz expertise, the consultant. They will give you the right direction. That's the first message, because there will students, those who are currently studying, they will have some advantage once they graduate, because the occupation ceiling will have less competition, less number of students will apply. So your points will have the less requirements for that. So that is very, very important. And the second thing for the students, I would suggest the VIT is a provider that fits for the students, those who are looking for competitive fees, number one. At the same time, the quality education that we are providing for our students. What we say is always a student comes first for VIT. With the 20 years of history of VIT's history, it shows that we care about our students, and also we make sure that student gets the competitive fees and they have a successful the journey at VIT. And lastly, I suggest don't hesitate to contact one of the Aussizz consultant. I have been working with them many years. I'm sure they will guide you, not misguide you. That's all I have to say from my end.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mamun. So, guys, as we've discussed everything about VIT today, if you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to get in touch with any of the Aussies. As you guys know that in Australia, we have offices in 5 states. Unfortunately, we only don't have office in Northern Territory and Tasmania yet, but hopefully we'll have those offices soon. But there are different colleges which we showcase as well. In regards to VIT, if you have any questions or if you're looking for more scholarships information or the study pathway, feel free to get in touch with us and we'll definitely be able to help you out there. Mamun, on behalf of Aussizz Group, I would like to thank you so much again for, giving your time. I know we all are working from home and the timings are a little bit all over the place, but thank you so much for your time and really appreciate that and hope to see you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mangrish. Wish you all the best and stay safe.